Welcome to the Momol Podcast, where we talk about everything but Momol. Joining us today is Owen,
Yo,
Jared,
What's up, guys?
and Elijah.
Hey, Al.
Oh, and me, Ru. All right. So for today, the question, the question today is basically, what was the most memorable film you've ever watched, or like anything like that, like any film that you found memorable. So how was your day? Well, let's start off actually. How was your day, Jared?
It's fine. Daming schoolworks, but kaya pa naman.
Any anything
Kaya
different?
ba? Kaya ba?
Anything special about today?
Oh,
did you guys
nothing.
online classes finish?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, one was
I-
synchronous.
I had lots of meetings though.
Oh.
Yeah, for the projects that I'm doing. What about you, Elijah? How was your day?
That was tiresome. Like, marami akong ginawa for ACADS. I have like 2 deadlines today.
Today?
Oh, wow.
Today.
Wow.
Nagawa mo ba? Nagawa mo?
Oh my god.
Kaya nagawa ko siya.
Oh,
Hindi
good.
guaranteed the perfect, but nagawa ko siya.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. I guess
It doesn't have to be always
Mm.
perfect naman.
I don't know about that one, Jared. I'm not sure if that's a tagline we want to go with.
I mean, pwedeng.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, we are. Oh.
Nice. So go eh.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty good mantra to live by kasi some people can't help but talagang sineseryoso nila lahat and everything has to be perfect.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
I get that. I get that. Yeah.
Get it done.
As a
Kahit hindi
perfectionist, that hits
perfect.
the spot.
Yeah. Kahit hindi perfect, just submit it.
I mean, I guess there ought to be a threshold, of course. I mean, like we don't want to
Although,
be submitting.
tama.
We don't want to be submitting like. Of course, there's balance though to that. But yeah, I think Jared is right.
I mean, if you think you did your best, I mean, like, it's good enough, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Really?
Iba naman.
It could end up disappointing. I know what Owen's gonna start. I know what Owen's gonna talk about. Like, he's gonna say that you tried your best. You believe you tried your best, and then now
But so what?
you try your best, and then you start seeing like really bad results, and then you're like, oh wow, okay, that's depressing.
Well,
I believe there's a fine line between I did my
Yeah,
best and I could have done better.
Yeah. Oh
true,
yeah.
true.
There. Yeah.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I could agree with that one.
So basically, just don't lie to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We could like. What was the question? Oh, it was
Your most memorable film
yeah, most
ever
memorable
watched.
film. Whenever I think of that question, it's really hard sometimes because most of the films that I watch is really purely horror. I think
Oh,
everyone
wow.
everyone who knows me knows that I don't really watch other films or other kinds of films. It's like not really my interest. A lot of people hate me because whenever they start talking about Marvel films and all that, like I've watched some of the Marvel films. I didn't watch all of them.
Seryoso ka ba?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jared. Okay, it's just that I the Marvel films are good. They're great.
Yeah, they are.
They've like gotten a lot of money. If I was working with the animations department of Marvel, I wouldn't be sad. So it's an honor. It's an honor. It's a great
Yeah,
great
It
film.
looks like a pretty cool job.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool job. You get to see all these Marvel actors. Captain America. Who else? I don't know anyone else.
Iron Man, the
Oh
Hulk,
yeah, Iron Man.
Black
Yeah, yeah.
Widow.
And like these are like great films, but
Captain Marvel.
yeah, in my heart, it's just not something I wanna be watching all the time. And like there's a lot of people who
Okay,
like
I get
rewatch
it.
I know a lot of people who rewatch the entire Marvel films whenever there's like a new one coming out, right? Like whenever
Oh man,
there's
that
like whenever when Infinity War and what's that other film? The one after that.
Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame. Well, when Endgame and I think when Endgame was about to like pop out, everyone was doing marathons of all of the Marvel films. Basically, that's like a
I
lot of
actually never
movies.
did that. I just watched the. I just watched
Ah,
the film.
I just tried to catch up, and I did before the end game.
I didn't.
I'm up. Infinity War. I mean, before Infinity War.
Oh, that's good. Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't even watch Endgame. Spoiler alert. I didn't watch, and don't spoil me, by the way. But no, actually, you know what? You can spoil me. I think at this point, I'm probably never gonna watch the film.
Mamamatay si Batman.
Okay. So where was I going? I think I just threw so many tangents with what I was trying to say. So
Iron Man.
basically, I'm more of a horror film watcher.
Mhm.
So like most of the films I really watch are horror. A lot of them are really bad actually. If you like go on a ratio between which horror films are good, which horror films are bad. Like this isn't in any objective sense. They could be, but they're not. At least the way I judge them. A lot of horror films are definitely not A tier or S tier or whatever tier you want to put them in. A lot of them are really bad, and you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell because there's like a difference in the way we do horror films in how the West does horror films and how Asia does horror films. There's like a lot of difference between
Um,
those.
I
And
guess pwede mong ihiwalay yung Philippines from Asia.
yeah,
Kasi,
definitely not Philippines. Not Philippines. God, the
uh,
Philippine horror is just. I think there's like very few horror films in the Philippines that were like really special. You know,
yeah.
like I'm not just talking about the supernatural horror films. I'm also talking about slasher films and psychological horror. You know, I think slash of all of the horror genres that I love, that I actually watch, I don't like. I think the least I like is slasher. It's really just not my kind of horror. I kind of like psychological horror more, and a bunch of these other things. So now that we've now that I've tangented now that I've tangented like so far off, let me go to my number one. To the first one that was really memorable to me. This one
That
I
is.
watched during a time in my high school life where I was writing a lot of stories. Because during my high school life, there was like this big boom on creepy pastas and all of these,
Oh yeah.
all of these horror stories on the internet. They're kind of like internet campfire stories, you know. And it's
Ewan
like
yan.
it's really Jared. I'm sorry, Jared. I mean, it's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. But this came during during that time when creepypastas were like a big thing, and everyone was basically reading it, and like there were the YouTube narrators. There would be like on Reddit's no sleep forums. It's really it was a really flowery time for that activity. And the reason why this was memorable to me, because I was trying to write horror stories of my own. I never published them. I felt like they were bad. Like they were probably bad because I end up deleting them, so I don't have any way to retroactively judge my work. But so basically, I was writing, right, and a lot of the times when you want to write horror, you want to be alone usually. Like it's really hard to write horror when you're not alone, right? And I
Yeah.
Or
think,
anything, really.
well, I've only written horror. I'm not sure how it works with
I mean,
other.
if you write a story, it's generally harder if there are people around you.
I guess, I guess that makes sense.
Or is it because I'm an introvert? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. Uh, since all I've ever tried was writing horror stories, I don't know if I can write like normal stories, like non-horror stories with other people. I think probably be just as disturbed, but it's pretty distracting. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty distracting, and it's kind of hard to like focus on what you're doing. So back then I was like writing these horror stories, and like they were bad, and I'm well aware that I'm not exactly the best writer. Probably one of the worst, actually. But this film actually was reminding me how how isolating writing can actually be. I think you guys know this film. I think you guys have watched this film. It's The Shining. The Shining was
Oh.
The Shining wasn't like super scary. Like it wasn't something overwhelmingly terrifying. Like it wasn't terrifying. But it did like resemble a lot of the it did like remind me a lot of the feelings that I had when I was like writing alone. You know, sometimes you just kind of sometimes when you're like alone, really, even if I'm not writing actually, whenever I'm like just saying sitting down alone and I'm like focusing on doing something, yeah, it kind of drives me crazy. Maybe it kind of feels like that at least. I don't. I'm pretty crazy by default. I think you guys know that. But I
We
just feel
do.
like I just felt like whenever I'm writing, whenever I'm alone, cause the dude in The Shining. Spoiler alert: if you've never watched The Shining, you probably never will. So here's a spoiler. Basically the main character. I don't even remember the name of the main character. That's like that's the this is probably the worst thing. That's probably the worst thing about me. I can't really remember. So I think his name was something like Jack or something. It's probably
Johnny
Jack.
is Johnny.
It was Johnny. Was it Johnny?
I mean, like
The Axeman.
the Here's Johnny is very popular.
Is it
Yeah.
okay? I get okay. So Johnny.
Johnny.
God, I swear, if
No,
I
it's not John. I I think it's just a phrase that he said, but I think his name's really Jack.
it was Jack. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
It's
Jack. I know. I remember Jack. He must have been possessed when he said, "Here's Johnny," or maybe Jack's his second name. I don't know. But yeah, that film like reminds me a lot of the feeling of doing something alone. Like whether it's playing a game, but mostly writing, really. And it was it resonated with me. It like it's not a like a super good film. I know a lot of people have criticisms on this film, but I liked it. I honestly liked it. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like if I was in a hotel and I was just writing alone, I'd probably go crazy. That's a big hotel. Did y'all see the film? I swear, if you haven't seen the film, that's okay. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, I don't plan.
Yeah. What about you, Jared? Have you seen the film?
Actually, it's a dorm. I think some people have watched it dun sa common area. Tapos, napanood ko yung ilang parts. And
Yeah.
there's this part na pinaka super na-disturb ako, which is the elevator scene, where a big flash flood of blood just came out gushing from the
Yeah.
elevator.
That was one of those iconic scenes. What about you, Elijah? Do you remember that film?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I wouldn't. I mean, like it's a pretty good film, and maybe I could recommend it, but it's not like the best. At least I don't think so. I think a
Well,
lot.
what's the best for you?
Horror films.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I mean-
actually.
Go.
Well,
Sige.
it's really hard actually. It's really hard for me to like really like films in general. Oh, hold on. I think my internet's lagging. It's really hard for me to like enjoy films in general because I feel like sometimes whenever I watch them, I I don't really enjoy. Like I don't know what point of enjoyment is actually good. Like I can tell you what films I enjoyed, but I don't know if this film is like is really good. You know, how do I explain? I think I just contradicted myself. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure how to explain it. But there's a lot of films that are good films. But I'm just not sure if they're good films for me. But I'm not sure if they're actually like their execution was the best of what they did. Because I don't think I've watched enough films to be able to judge uh the goodness or the greatness of a film. So if I were to pick though, some of the things that I like, I think one of the films that I really liked was probably the first time I watched The Conjuring. That one was pretty entertaining. The first film. The Conjuring was just I just got attached to the characters. I like The Conjuring. It could probably be an honorable mention with my list. And another film was that one by the guy who directed Midsommar. What's the other film? Does anyone remember that other film? Hereditary.
Oh damn!
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that.
I enjoyed the first time I watched Hereditary. I think I'm not sure. Like when I watched it the second time, it wasn't as great. But when I watched it the first time, like it just felt fun. It was fun to watch. I just love that film. But I'm never gonna watch it again because the second time I watched that film, it wasn't as good as when I first watched it. So I felt like the value of my experience would diminish if I like watched it another time. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Like when you watch a childhood movie, you don't want to watch it again. Because if you do, it'll remind you how bad the animation was.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah, well,
Wait. Do you guys remember that show, Johnny Test? Johnny Test was like in my head. Like I swear, in my head, Johnny Test was like a really good TV show. And then Owen and I decided. We're like, hey, let's go watch Johnny Test. And you know what we realized? Johnny Test
What?
was like the early parts of Johnny Test was a flash animation. It looked like a flash animation. Yeah, we watched it. I think it was on Netflix. We watched Johnny Test, the first few episodes of Johnny Test, and it was still in that box TV screen ratio, and it wasn't in that. It wasn't in the widescreen TV. So it was just it was a flash. It was a flash film, a flash episode. Basically, it was basically animated in Flash. That's how it looked like, at least. It it was surreal. It was just I just didn't feel like I was watching the same kids movie, the same kids show I was watching before. It's like we had like rose tinted glasses when we were kids. I couldn't tell what looked good and what didn't.
oh yeah, I feel you. I can't really remember, but there was this one particular show. Like I remember, it, I remember it regarded it as one of the best shows I've ever watched. Recently, I rewatched it. I think a few months ago. And like, oh god, the animation is horrible.
What show is this? What show is this?
Wait, I kind of forgot. It played in Playhouse Disney before.
What was it about though? Maybe we could remember it.
Hmm.
We'll give you some time. We'll give you some time.
Wait.
Take all the time you need.
Okay, okay. I searched it.
Kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan.
It,
Kaya mo
it,
yan.
okay, the show is called Save
Wait, what? What?
What?
Let me type it out. Okay, where is it?
Where'd you
I
type
don't
it?
know if I spelled it right.
Wait, where'd you
It's
type? Oh, yeah,
basically
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 3D animated TV show.
The Save Ums?
Yeah,
I've never even heard of this.
it's one of those obscure cartoons they had back in the day.
Wait, when was this? What the heck? I don't even remember this from Disney.
It played like at midnight. The midnight cartoons are very weird.
Oh,
Eh.
well, I must have come from a different dimension. I don't remember any show from any show like this. All right, that's it. It does look weird. Maybe I feel like I've actually watched this film. This TV show. I probably
Yeah,
don't remember
I think
it.
I've watched it accidentally. But
Kailan? Kailan?
childhood, like, yung mga tipong bubuksan mo lang yung TV, ating gabi. So,
Oh.
I don't like this. So you switch the channel.
Yeah.
I think for most of my childhood, I only watched like Drake and Josh.
Oh my god. God tier
That-
comedy.
That was like one of my
Yeah.
that was my childhood. And like the funny thing is, even if I rewatch Drake and Josh, it's still pretty entertaining.
It's still funny. Oh my.
I still like Drake and Josh. I was like I might ruin my memories of this show if I rewatch this, but it's
I just-
okay.
I feel like I'm just gonna like laugh out loud because like the comedy's really good.
Yeah, the chemistry with Drake and Josh was also pretty good.
Right, right.
I loved it. I loved it. It just felt so natural.
Pinaka-favorite. Pinaka-favorite ko dun yung nasa treehouse sila. I think
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
common meme. It's a meme.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's become a meme.
Yeah.
The magic marker thing. Like, Drake, where's the power saw? Diba? door hole pala. Door hole. Where's the door hole? It's funny. Like, it cracks me up all the time.
Oh, I love that film. I love that show actually. And I was so sad. I was devastated when that show ended. Actually, I was like, oh no. I was just sad when it ended with something like "Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh." I think that film was like the final episode, the finale of Drake and Josh. I think that's what the last episode was, and it was just it was just part of my childhood, and I love that. I love that TV show. All right, I think okay. So The Shining. What was my other one? I don't even. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this one. This one you guys probably have never watched. It's not a good film. It kind of copies a lot of ideas from a bunch of other films and just does it. But this film, when it comes to horror at least, this one had like the most disturbing image. Like it had like this 3-second scene that just disturbed me. I'll send it to y'all later. But there's this
No,
3-second
don't
scene
you
in the.
dare.
I'm probably gonna watch it.
Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch it, Elijah?
I don't know. I probably not. If it's that disturbing,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I won't.
it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Maybe I'll
just
show it to
what's
you
that
guys
film?
someday. It's
What's that
Gonjam.
film?
Gonjam, the Haunted Asylum. Like it's not a really good
Oh.
film. It's not a good film actually. But it did have one scene that like disturbed me. Like it was one of the most disturbing films. It was one of the most disturbing 3 seconds in my life. It was just this girl like staring at the screen. It was like really creepy. I can't really describe how creepy it is. I'd have to send
Yun
you
ba
guys
yung
the
Korean
image.
film?
Yeah, it's a
Yun ba
Korean film.
Korean
It's a
film?
Korean film.
Like, may found footage.
Yeah,
Tama
it's them basically
it up.
streaming their journey through
Oh,
Through an
yeah, I've
asylum.
watched that.
Yeah, there
I've
was that
watched that.
3 second scene, Gerard.
Yeah, yung ano yung teeth niya, para siyang nangangatog.
Uh,
Yeah, yun. Like
was
she's
it?
just staring at the screen. Yung black yung sclera ng mata niya.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
black. Yeah,
Yeah.
yan.
That scene. That one was like the most disturbing thing. I didn't even expect that. I didn't expect that. That's why it was like a lot. It was a lot more memorable than I thought it would be because it was just so unexpected and it's just so creepy. I don't know. It disturbed me for like a day. That usually doesn't happen. So
Oh.
it disturbed me for like an entire day after I watched it. I watched it at like midnight too, so like it was even worse. It was an even worse experience because I had to see that scene at like midnight. But yeah, those are my two most memorable films, at least. I'm sorry it was all horror, so none of y'all could like relate to it. I'm sorry. All right, who wants to go next? Who's got a film in their head?
I will.
Okay.
Napanood niyo na ba yung Three Idiots?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a pretty good film. Like, imagine, like after I watched that film, that took
Wait, what is it?
almost three 3 hours long. Three Idiots.
Oh, Three
Yeah,
Idiots. A good movie.
yeah.
A really
Yung ano
good
yun,
movie.
daming musical nun. And yeah, I think the story sobrang ganda kasi
Yeah.
it's so
Dude,
inspiring.
it's the first film I ever watched where I cried laughing.
Yeah, di ba? Ganda.
Ganda.
Ayun lang. Also, as college students, talagang relatable siya in terms of yung academic life, yung point of view ng students towards success, work ethics, and all the likes.
When did you watch the Three Idiots, Jared? When was the first time you watched it?
Nung fresh year. Kaya, like,
Oh
pag napanood mo
wow!
yun, mako-convince ka na, like, parang ang gandang mag-engineering, but no, I didn't fall in that trap. Ayoko.
You just
Pero,
called
still.
engineering a trap.
No. I mean, you could ask some engineering students. They tell you that's true. It's a trap. I mean, it's hard, but if nandun yung passion mo towards engineering, you'll excel. And the movie says the same thing. Like, if you like what you're doing, go. Like, go do what you want.
Were
Kasi diyan ka mag-excel, di ba?
Were you planning to take engineering initially?
No. Um, all along I've planned na gusto ko mag-doctor. So, yeah, I took biology. I'm taking biology right now.
Oh,
Okay naman.
Jared's gonna be a frontline.
Sure, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a frontliner.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
side note lang, like nilulusong tuloy. Like pinupush na sa Senado, tama ba yung scholarship bill for
for doctors.
yeah, for doctors.
Yeah.
Like it's good.
Ooh,
It's good.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, it's what the country needs right now. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone.
sobrang konti ng doctors natin. It's a health crisis. Yet yung mga doctors natin underpaid.
Yeah,
So
that's
we need
right.
more doctors.
Everyone kind of wants to leave the country. Honestly, I think that's the current
Yeah.
state we're in.
Mm-mm. Because there are really more opportunities overseas talaga. Kesa dito sa Philippines where
also there are like more benefits outside the country than if you stay here.
talagang mahihirapan ka ditong mag-practice ng medicine, like maging isang medical technologist kung wala talaga yung like I mean I don't mean na ano yung profession nila, but like magtiis sila ganun. If hindi nila kaya magtiis, talagang mapapaalis sila eh. Kasi sobrang laki ng difference ng benefits and the wages ng Filipino doctors compared sa ibang countries.
Yeah, I hold a lot of respect for people who take on the medical field. It's really difficult. Like even if meron mga specific na specialties, you still kind of have to learn everything,
Mm.
basically. And whenever I think about it, whenever I think about the courses that I've taken, I always think like, yeah, my brain was definitely not like I feel like in my honestly, I feel like my brain wasn't built for medicine or any of the biology fields, any of the science, the life sciences. It's just a
Mhm.
lot. It's just way too difficult for me to even imagine myself doing those things. That's why I like hold a lot of respect for people, and I honestly think that they are definitely uh, geniuses and very
Mm.
hardworking people. It's kind of
Padayon,
like
mga scholar.
what?
Ah, padayon, mga doktor ng bayan. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest problems probably is we usually compare courses, and I think a lot of people do that, or they judge courses like it's this, it's that, and
Totoo.
and it kind of like what's the word? It kind of diminishes the actual experience of some people when it comes to their course. Like I really respect Owen's course. Like Owen is a genius. He definitely
God
is.
damn it.
Like he is. It's just amazing how what they do. They're doing a lot of stuff actually. And whenever I tried reading Owen's paper, his like final paper, I didn't understand anything, and I was just like, wow, this is
Is
like
that really a good thing?
no. It was me being overwhelmed by basically the amount of yeah. And now that I think about it, this scientific paper, but it's just overwhelming the idea that to me at least back then it was overwhelming to me that I couldn't learn everything. Basically, I was like, oh wow, not everything is easy. It like not everything is learnable because I was probably not built to learn this. I wasn't my brain wasn't trained for this. I wasn't trained to memorize stuff. I never memorized things in high school. So like whenever I see people memorizing stuff in anatomy, I see my friends that are like they're like biologists. They go off listing down every single bone of this animal, and I'm like, oh god, is that what you do in your exams? And they're like, yeah, this is what we do in our exams. And I was just like, what the heck? That's so hard. I
Yeah,
can't do that.
I really hate memorizing.
Yeah, it's like I only have like 2 MB in my brain. That's my entire RAM. That's my entire RAM chip. I can't fit too many things in here. You can't remember all these words. That's why I like
Yeah,
really respect it because people
I have
are
this
smart.
filter that if it's ACAD related, I can't remember it. If it's VTuber related or anime related, I can easily remember it.
Yeah, that's why I like
Why
really
don't you,
respect. I really respect Gerard because he took his field and he likes his field too. That's the thing.
you don't know that?
What,
Just,
really? Really? Do you not like your
yeah.
field?
No, I like my field. I like my field. Um,
See?
pero talagang dapat mag-decide ka sa sarili mo kung anong field talaga yung kukunin mo. And not just that, kailangan kung saan ka proficient because just wanting the field sometimes is not enough.
Yeah,
You
that's
have to
right.
uh you have to at least practice yung needed na skills. Let's say, yeah, I wanna take computer science pero wala akong alam na basic computer skills. Na paano mo matitake yun? You're gonna take it's gonna take a longer time than someone na may basic computer training na.
Yeah, that's
So I
right.
think
Yeah, I agree with that one. What about Elijah? Elijah, do you like your course?
I don't know if I like any course.
Now that I think about it, I'm starting to think that maybe I don't think I like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
course.
That's a point, actually.
I mean, if anybody asks me what's my dream job, then I don't I don't know if I'm gonna answer that because I do not wish of taking a job. I do not wish of
Oh,
labor.
I kind of just wish I could just lie down and like die when I'm
Get
60.
money, right?
Yeah. That feels like a really fun way to live, right? That's unfortunately that's not the case, so we gotta actually get money. Okay, how did we get there? I don't think we tangented off like a little too far. I'm not even sure if tangented is a word. It probably isn't.
Yeah.
Owen, help me.
I don't know.
wait lang, nanggaling tayo sa Three Idiots eh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it was college. It was
Yeah.
college. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Do you have any other films in mind, Jared, that you love? I mean, Three Idiots was amazing. I actually did watch that film, and it was nice. I loved it.
Actually, I'm a Marvel geek. Talagang lahat ng movies. Every
Okay.
Marvel movie
So, like,
napanood ko na.
if you were, oh, okay, Elijah, what were you saying?
Okay, I was about to ask Jared the question, but were you gonna say something first?
Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. Go ask him.
Okay, amongst the Marvel films, which one of those stood out for you?
Eto. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Yeah, I think that's the
Ooh.
best one. That's the best one. That's the best Marvel movie I've ever watched. Kasi, the, yeah, I think the plot's amazing, the action, and kumbaga yung build up ng story, talagang na live up nila expectations ng mga tao. So I think it's the best. Also, yung musical score, ha? Ganda nun.
I think yung sa akin is yung Endgame. Kasi, like, siya yung type ng movie na hindi mo siya kaya panoorin kapag hindi mo napanood yung ibang movies. O hindi mo siya ma-appreciate ng ganun. Pero pag napanood mo yung iba, like, may isip mo, shit, buong all throughout the movie, hindi ka makakahinga. Kasi ang daming nangyayari.
Tama.
So, yun, yung feeling na yun. Tapos yung sense of relief at the end. Sense of relief-ish at the end. Like, that was a good way to wrap up the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also liked how I mean I have watched Endgame, some of it I think, because when Endgame popped up, all of these Twitter spoilers popped up. So basically, what happened was eventually I eventually watched the entire film because everyone just posted a bunch of spoiler clips, and I kind of know essentially what happened. And I think I really loved that Marvel decided to do these kinds of things where they didn't give too much plot armor to these characters, and they, there's an actual risk. Like, people are aware that characters could lose their lives. Like even main characters could
Yeah,
lose their
especially
lives.
in Infinity War, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that oh my god, I'm gonna spoil.
It's okay. Go spoil me. Who died? Who died in Infinity War?
That Loki dies at the beginning.
What, really? Ooh,
He did.
get wrecked, Loki.
Like,
He
and
was
he
killed
never
by
returned.
Thanos.
Yeah, he never returned. And that was that was the start. Like, you immediately know, oh shit.
Oh, everyone could
die
die. Yeah, I think Marvel is really good at at that. They're not too worried about how people would react to the death of characters, or like the fall of characters, really. Yeah, okay,
like,
yeah.
And if you think about it, Loki is one of the characters that survives death a lot of times.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? So if
He's a
he can
trickster
get
god.
killed, If he can get killed, what more about the others?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Kaya sa simula ng movie, you're like, oh no, who else? Like,
Oh yeah, right.
pag-
Like
yeah, di ba?
yeah, that thing terrified me. That thing kept me watching the Infinity War,
Agreed.
and well, some of them died too. And
Who else? Who died?
Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow died.
No. She died in Endgame.
Oh right. She did die in that game.
The only
Who
one
else died?
who
In
died in
Infinity
Infinity
War.
War. Half the Asgardians.
Oh God.
Oh God, really? God.
No, they were killed. They were killed.
Yes,
Half-
they're good. They're
Oh my
massacred.
God.
half, actually, half of them. Half of
Oh,
them.
that's so
Then
depressing.
some of them made to Earth. Then that's how Thor, build build their own town. Sa ano yun eh? Sa I don't know kung saan, pero Ireland, I guess. Am I right? Am I right?
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know.
It's Nordic country. So I think Ireland.
Probably, I don't know.
Is Ireland a Nordic country?
Let's just establish that it's a place.
Yeah, it's somewhere on Earth. Somewhere on Earth.
Somewhere there.
Okay,
Somewhere where he let go of himself.
that's a really nice. So what about you, Elijah? Did you like did you have like a favorite Marvel film?
I'm not sure if I have a favorite, but the movie that I enjoyed the most was like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy. That one I actually watched.
Yeah,
The first one. The first
it
one.
was pretty enjoyable. Except like unlike the previous movies, because like you have like background, you know like the background of this kind of a character, but but this one's like a complete surprise. Like I didn't know anything before it, and I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked yung. I really liked that film actually. It was very enjoyable. It also had like a mix of humor and it was just good. Yeah, I don't know. Like they just had a bunch of ideas, and the ideas just kind of fit, or at least the ideas made sense to
Yeah.
me, and it was entertaining as they executed those ideas. I think my most
I think
favorite
that-
part there was Rocket. Is that guy? Is it the raccoon? The raccoon's name is Rocket, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, I
yeah.
like that guy so much. It was just very entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Bakit? Bakit mo siya gusto?
I don't know, just his personality. Like I don't remember much of what he said back then, but I know that his personality was just like I think he was kind of like snarky. Was it? He was kind of snarky in that film. At least
Yeah.
that's how I remember it. He was like really, yeah. He could be sarcastic and stuff. And
He's like
I'm
the
trying.
fun, douchey character that you just love a lot.
He was entertaining. I love this character. I think the writers did a very good job with his lines. Although this is me basing this is off of my off of memory, so I can't really say that I'm probably wrong. Like he might actually be an emo in that movie, and I'm just drawing out whatever I try to remember. But yeah, I
He's
remember
not an
him.
emo.
Yeah, okay, that's
He's
good.
just
That's
like,
good.
He's like a grumpy old man.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah. I think
was
we
he
could-
sarcastic though? Was I right about
Yeah,
that
he
one?
is.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. That's how I remember him. I like that. Sarcastic people are very entertaining.
How could you say so? Bakit?
In films, at least. When they're being sarcastic to me, it's not entertaining. I'm like, shut up, bro. Why you gonna be sarcastic?
You go zip that mouth.
It's entertaining when you're not at the butt of the sarcasm.
But when you are,
Yeah, it's kind of like okay.
and pag hindi mo alam that you're, baga, kung ikaw yung sarcastic or I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah, they're being snarky with you. I think snarky is the right word. Yeah, it's not a pleasant experience, but it's pleasant when you see someone else do it. Someone else experience it, you know.
Yeah. That's the I think ganyan din yung kumbaga yung concept ng comedy natin ngayon. It's like back then yung targeted na Vice ganda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yung comedy niya it's like it's focused more on slinging insults to people.
Yeah.
Their color, ganyan.
Yeah,
Kumbaga yung mga
I can see that. I can see that's how it is.
and that kind of humor fades kasi people were like, oh, that's insensitive as fuck. And yung mga hindi nagfe-fade na types of humor are those which are hindi yung basta hindi sila insensitive and at the same time hindi sila offensive. It's like being funny as it is. Like Mr. Bean, Yeah, Mr. Bean.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Bean is a pretty good example of timeless yung humor niya kasi it's based off on on the works of Charlie Chaplin. Like parang silent guy tapos gagawa lang siya ng stuff.
Oh, well, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know it was based
Yeah.
off Charlie Chaplin.
I think they're the same. Parang same concept, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Kasi,
they have like the same type of humor.
yeah.
Huh. That's you know what? Maybe I should like watch Mr. Bean again. I know it only has like a couple of episodes. There's not much.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
back then, when I
Well,
was a
I guess-
kid, Mr. Bean felt like there was a huge
A
number
lot.
of episodes. I felt like when I was checking out how many episodes Mr. Bean has, it only had like it was probably less than 20. I think it was less than 20. How many episodes are there?
Wait, let me look it up.
Less than 20, I guess.
20.
You're right.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Think
I
12?
thought back then there was like this large amount of so throughout my entire childhood I've been watching Mr. Bean the same reruns of Mr. Bean for like 3-4 years. It's crazy. It was just crazy when I found that out. There was only a few episodes of Mr. Bean's. I'm not sure exactly who told me though, but yeah, it's funny how I can keep myself entertained with the same thing over and over again when I was a kid. Now nothing seems to entertain me. That's a little
Really?
depresso for y'all.
Oh,
Oh yeah. That's a little depressing. I agree to that.
I mean, games barely
grabe.
entertain me.
A shot of depresso.
Yeah, I think as we grow older, nag-iiba talaga yung
Yeah, we
kumbaga
get
yung
cynical,
things
we get cynical.
Parang
Oh.
how should we put it?
Only dark humor
Nag-iiba na yung
makes me
natin.
laugh.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Saan ka
No.
hindi
I
ba?
don't I don't partake in dark humor.
All my friends know, mahilig ako sa mga dank memes eh. If you can see my profile,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah?
it's full of dank memes, like not just dank memes, pero like all kinds of memes. I'm like a meme connoisseur, if you say so. Like every kind of meme there is, I'll share it.
Oh,
You shake your meme wine glass.
Yeah.
I mean, why that?
What can I give you for today? Would you like some depresso memes? Here you go.
Yeah, you should send some
Yeah.
depresso memes.
Oh, God.
I'd like some depresso memes. I think sometimes I've just been a little bit too happy.
Although may ano ko have you heard that there's a meme degree?
Meme degree?
Yeah, there is. Somewhere in I think it's in the US, pero di ko lang
Of
sure.
course. The States.
There is a like it's like a branch of sociology. Like
What is it? Memetics? Is that what it's called? It has to be.
I don't know, but I'd like to call it memology.
Memology.
Yeah,
Memology.
That's interesting.
I'd
I'd like to think.
I'd call it memology.
Wait, I don't think it's an actual degree. More of a course.
Yeah,
Like,
I
or a
said it's a
field.
course.
Yeah,
Okay, like
maybe.
a certificate.
Yeah, like hindi siya degree. Like part lang siya ng bawa sociology.
So it's
Like
a subject.
how does it cultural thing, how does it impact cultural?
Mm.
And yun, kung how it impacts our day-to-day lives. Memes.
Memes. I think memes
I
have
don't know what it's called though.
memes have overtaken the world, honestly, and I'm really happy about memes. I think, yeah, I think I think it allows me to relax. I think memes allow me to relax. Doesn't even have to be funny. Sometimes I like cringe memes because
Like what? I
Like-
just watch anime girls without actually watching anime.
Okay, so how do we get there?
Sobrang
God.
Hmm.
Okay, I guess we could we could are you finished? May ano ka pa ba? May mga films ka pa ba na honorable mentions,
Oh my
Jared?
god, the films.
Do you have any honorable mentions, Jared? I know kay Jared pa rin tayo eh. We haven't moved on to Elijah's films.
we have.
No, we just
Ah,
asked him
pero
what his
sige.
Marvel, yeah.
Siguro I'd say yeah, actually I don't have like actually I do. There's
Okay.
this film. Wait lang, hanapin ko sa laptop ko. It's Along with the Gods. It's a Korean film. Like do you guys know yung Along with the Gods?
Oh, along
Along with the
gods?
Gods. Yeah.
I think I've seen the film. Oh wait, hold on. No,
Yeah,
never mind. I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's about the afterlife, kumbaga. There's like 3 lawyers, afterlife lawyers, then they're with a soul, tapos sasamahan nila yung soul na ipasa lahat ng judgment gods, I guess, para
Gerard.
maging paragon siya.
We watched this together. Sa kwarto.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Tama.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember this. I looked it up.
For those who don't know, roommates kami dati ni Elijah, so we did stuff. No, no.
Why did that sentence sound?
I
We did
I
stuff.
I regret saying that. But we did stuff. You know.
It doesn't help,
We
Jared.
Damn it, Gerard.
Pwedeng paki-redact to? Paki-redact, please.
No. It's too late.
Nope. Yeah.
I think dapat sa next podcast topic natin ay dorm life, I guess.
Yeah.
Maraming
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Okay, sa mga listeners, please abangan yung next podcast, which is dorm life and other campus cheche-boreche. Yeah.
okay, Jared.
But
Continue.
yeah, we've watched
So
that.
you did
we've
stuff.
watched that. Yeah, we watched that. We watched that movie. Tapos it's actually really good kasi ang daming moral issues na tinakal doon, like spoiler. Pwede pa mag-spoiler.
Yeah. You
Okay,
can. You can.
there's this guy, parang paragon siya. You know what paragons are? Basically, parang like sobrang bait mo sa past life mo. Tapos paragon ka. Then
Oh.
sa bandang huli, like anyway. Kwento ko muna. Naipasa niya yung hindi siya tamad, ganyan. Hindi siya mabait siya, like anything, ganun. Pero may naging issue sa isang stage where plinano niyang, okay, yung mga ayaw marinig yung kwento, skip nyo.
Okay.
Pina-
I'll put a
Plina,
timer. I'll put a.
plinano niyang patayin yung mother
Time.
niya and her brother. Yeah. Kasi ayaw niyang mas lalo silang maghirap. So, that's like, should I kill them now or should I not kill them now? Either way, maghihirap din naman kami. So, should I prolong the agony? Baga, yun yung ano niya. Yun yung isang issue niya. Kumbaga, pinakamalaking kasalanan ginawa niya. But in the end, napatawad naman siya.
Oh.
So,
So what he did was initially wrong.
yeah. Pero, like, it was only forgiveness. Kumbaga, kailangan niya mag-ask ng forgiveness from her mother. So, anyway, if
Okay.
you watch the movie, maganda talaga siya. Yun.
Right. So
Yan. I think that sums up yung gods. And I know may sequel, but I haven't watched it yet.
okay. Right. So now
Anyway.
we could like move on to Elijah's.
Elijah.
Okay.
Anong trip mo, Elijah, ng movie? We did stuff.
Okay, the most memorable film. Okay, like in my list, I wrote like 5. Actually, I wrote 5, but like some of them are like honorable mentions. Okay, the
Go.
first movie I'm gonna say is like my childhood favorite movie.
And which is...
Okay, The Land Before Time.
Ooh, which one?
Oh.
There's like 14 of those.
The first one, the original one.
Okay.
That's true. They milked it so much. Anyway, the first one.
Yan ba may dinosaurs?
Yeah,
Or
you made
something?
dinosaurs.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a
You guys watched that, right?
it's a kid film.
Yeah, it's a kid film. It's an old kid film. So like basically,
Ah.
there are like 5 dinosaurs who got lost because of a giant earthquake, and their goal is to like go to this place called the Great Valley where there is like food, and their parent or like every dinosaur is there because after the earthquake they were like lost in like a desert, like sobrang wala sila makain. Tapos yun, all they have is the company that they share, their friendship. So like yeah, it's nakakaiyak na film. Parang ganun.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember Land Before Time. At least the TV show. I don't remember the movies much.
Oh my god, yeah, there was a TV show.
Yeah, it had a TV show. Although, Land Before Time was really weird actually, because there's a lot of racism in Land Before Time.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah,
species-
There is?
yeah,
What?
there's. I mean, they're dinosaurs, and you know, they kind of have a race thing, where they don't want to associate. Like, I think the Triceratops don't want to associate with the Brachiosauruses, and I think that's how the film went. I know that was like the main that was like the thing that was happening all around. Like when I was a kid, I didn't really bother. I didn't even know.
yeah,
what these
yeah,
things
that's
are.
like the theme. Like before there were like racist against dinosaurs, but these 5 distinct species of dinosaurs got together, and I don't know, they became friends or something.
Yeah, I think Land Before Time was like a movie ahead of its time.
Like I wouldn't call it the
So
best
may
movie.
remake on
That-
I'm sorry I had to make that joke, okay? Yeah,
So, like,
it was
I
pretty
wouldn't call it
good.
like the best movie that I ever watched, but it's something that reminded me of like childhood. Because it's a movie that I really really liked as a kid.
Yeah, it's definitely memorable.
What else? What else?
Okay,
What's the other four?
the other four?
Wow, 5? You have 5?
I mean, like I just keep on jotting
Wala
down
akong
like,
pake,
whatever
hayaan
is
mo
in my
siya.
head. Okay,
Damn.
Okay, go.
Mad respect to you guys. I can't watch that many.
You just watched all the Marvel films.
This is gonna be my
Di ba?
I mean,
Second
I
to the
can't
last
watch
one.
that many and remember them.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay,
Okay,
well,
go.
Okay, here's my second film. Okay, during the pandemic, I watched like a lot of movies. Like I've never watched these. Okay, I jotted them down. There's a long list of movies that I've watched during the pandemic. Like some of these include like, okay,
Shoot.
most of these I've never watched this before. Okay, so like movies like Titanic, the Lord of the Rings series, the Harry Potter series. I've never watched that before, not until the pandemic. So like
Oh.
I watched it during quarantine.
So how was it? How was it? I mean,
oh wait, did you? Are those all of the films?
What?
Oh, did you list all of? Wait, what were the
I,
films?
I list all of the films that I watched during the pandemic. I have like a long list. Okay, but the movie that I enjoyed the most was Akira.
Akira.
Have you
Is
heard
that
of-
an anime?
It's an anime film. It was released in
Yeah, it's an anime.
Yeah, it's a very
an
old
anime.
one. I
It's an old
know.
one, too.
I know that
Yeah.
was an old one.
Yeah.
Wasn't that horror? I know that was horror.
It's not horror.
No, it's
like
not
sci-fi.
horror.
Wasn't that? Okay. I
It's
must be
not,
thinking
it's
of
not.
something else.
Okay, so basically, Akira is set in 2019.
Wow.
So it's
Last year
dystopian
lang.
2019.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Then
it was released in 1988, but it was set in 2019.
okay.
So like, actually, the weirdest part about this movie is not only it did predict that the 2020 Olympics will be in Tokyo, it predicted that it will be cancelled.
What?
Ooh, that's some
Yeah.
creepy stuff.
That's
It's
some
so
creepy
freaky.
stuff.
That's so freaky. Okay. Continuing. So basically, it's this movie about like bikers. Then they suddenly encounter like parang they kind of run into the government where the government is like hiding super like secret alien stuff. Yung
Oh.
pala sa ilalim ng Olympic Stadium, there's like this lab or something like that. So anyway, parang it's like alien shit, parang ganun.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to like spoil a lot.
I actually want to watch the film now.
It's a really good film kasi, so I don't want to like make kwento.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
So according to critics, it's regarded as one of the greatest animated and science fiction movies ever made.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm interested. I actually want to watch this now. I might watch this later.
Wait, are we considering that critics don't really, they generally exaggerate?
Perhaps.
Exaggerate.
They could. But I mean, I'm interested because a lot of critics also like exaggerate how bad films are.
True.
So like, if they're gonna exaggerate,
that's their
this
life,
one's
eh.
pretty good. Then maybe it might be better than a lot of the other films. You know.
Oh yeah.
They get paid to criticize. No.
That's
I
true.
mean,
Yeah, I
Really,
get paid to
job title,
criticize.
critic.
To find
Maybe-
mistakes.
Maybe Akira's telling us that the coronavirus is an alien.
Oh, that's some conspiracy thing.
Maybe we're basing this off of a
okay.
1988 film. Yeah,
How about The Simpsons?
The
Yeah,
Simpsons.
ang dami nilang
Some do that.
yeah, ang dami nilang predictions, 'di ba?
Man, that's some scary stuff. I honestly think that they must be time travelers.
Yeah.
These Simpson
the
dudes.
creator.
Yeah, they must be time travelers. How do you
Yeah.
feel about them, Owen?
What?
Have you
Time
watched The
travelers?
Simpsons?
Wait, have you never watched like
I yes, I watch them randomly.
yeah, but you've heard of their predictions, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
So do
Like
you,
Trump
Oh, sige.
winning.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So do you think like if there's like any scientific explanation, if there is no scientific
Wait,
explanation,
I think I've watched something like that before. Yung in-explain nila kung paano nila nagagawa yung mga predictions. Like,
really?
they actually have data.
Oh my gosh,
On-
Oh.
that's some statistics.
Then they use statistics to try to pinpoint that what might happen. And then sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Kasi
Holy.
napapansin nyo, may mga nangyari true in predictions. Pero kung isipin mo, may mga mali din naman sila eh. But you can't but people don't really look
Oh
at
yeah,
that.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Right. People only look at what they got right.
I'm just surprised that they bother with, trying to predict an occurrence and then like making it part of an episode. You know,
Yeah, right.
that's kind of a unique way of writing, don't you think?
Yeah, it's
It
is,
actually
it
pretty
is.
cool. It's a pretty cool way of writing.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of I wouldn't think of them actually trying to predict something and then like writing it into an episode. That's actually interesting. Now they get like a lot of attention again because these things actually happen. That might actually like
True.
that's some 4D chess right there. If I'm gonna be honest, that's some 4D chess. All right, we've gone.
Okay, next.
Oh yeah, next film, Elijah.
Okay, my last film. Wait, honorable mentions: The Lion King.
Lion King's good.
Ah, yes.
The live
yeah,
action
like-
one.
Okay,
No,
that's it.
no.
Honorable mention.
No.
My
Okay.
favorite Disney film.
What if I tell you guys I like the live action one?
Why? How?
Wait,
Ah.
live action? Lion King had a live action?
Yes, Owen.
It's
You should watch
technically,
it.
it's technically
Was it
CGI since they're
rendered?
not
Yeah.
actual lions.
It was rendered.
Okay,
But it was made. It was
looked
made to look like
live.
a live action.
they look live. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Real Lion
look
King
real.
live action.
Real Lion King with real lions. Imagine that.
I'm kidding. I've never watched that. I've never watched
Yeah.
that Lion King.
I've only watched the trailer and it was really cool.
I watched the first film, the original film.
Yeah, same.
God tier. Okay, my last. Wait, what is it? Honorable mention. It's The Secret of Nim. It's
What's
also
that?
it's an animated film about rats. It's actually a movie from 1982.
Oh, that's old.
Wow.
It's an old animated movie.
Old.
You old.
It's like a bunch of rats living in a field, parang ganon. Tapos suddenly somebody becomes like sick, and suddenly this main rat suddenly discovers a big secret about lab rats and something like that. I don't know. It's like kind of horrific, but it's really really good.
Oh.
Ooh, is that a horror film?
It's
Wait,
some
why am
kind of a horror.
I
film.
like how that's the
It's
first
an
question.
old animated
I
movie, so
asked.
it's okay. Okay, now for my last film, Slumdog Millionaire.
I've never actually watched that film.
I have
Same
never
here.
heard of that film.
Okay, so basically, it's the story of. Wait, I forgot the name of the main character. It's a character played by Dev Patel. Basically, the main dude. It's the story of how this guy, a tea servant, how this guy is the first winner of How to Be a Millionaire game.
Ah. Who wants
It's
to
like
be a
basically
millionaire?
paano siya
Ah.
Yeah, who wants to be a millionaire name? Parang siya yung first ever winner of that game show. It just tells the story of how he won. Basically,
Ah.
it's a really good film. It's set in India. Wait lang.
Wait, this is like a rags to riches film?
No,
Kinda.
it's
Oh no. It's like a
Uh,
based on a true story film.
It's not based on a true story.
Oh, it's not?
I looked it up. It's not based on a true story.
Oh, I thought
sadly.
it was. I thought it was.
Kasi like, ang ganda kasi like, they had like lawyer, doctors. They never won the game, but this one, a tea servant, who actually won the game, and like tell story how he did it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
It actually
that's
portrays
actually
the
interesting.
parang yung life sa India because it's like really hard. Parang ang dami niyang pinagdaanan na suffering. Tapos ayun, mananalo na siya. Parang ganun.
Oh,
I actually want to watch this now. Is this on Netflix? Do you think it's on Netflix?
I don't know. I don't have Netflix. It actually won like the best picture sa Oscars for that year.
Maybe I will watch this actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch this. I'm actually interested now. Anything else, Elijah, that you love?
No, that'll be all. Those are the 5 films.
Alright, that's some really good films, you guys. Anything you want to follow up? Anyone want to follow up any other new film that you thought about? Maybe you thought of something good.
The B movie.
The B movie?
Jesus Christ! We don't talk about that disgrace.
You know,
You like jazz?
I think as a kid, I actually liked that film. Parang it's about bees, like they're just a bee thing, you know. Pero habang tumanda ako na napanood ko ulit, like what is happening? Like bakit may shift between the human woman and the bee? Like
yeah, what was that? I was like, what the heck is this?
yeah, what was all that about? Parang
The bee's playing with my heart, bro.
yeah, you know, maraming movies, maraming animated movies talagang marami silang hidden adult jokes. Say for example sa Shrek, 'di ba? Yung kay Lord Farquaad, you know.
Oh no, yung kay Farquaad.
He's a small king, like he's short. Then they're basically teasing him for overcompensating daw because of his height. And I think if you're an adult, it translates to, you know, how big your package is and you're
Yeah, that's
overcompensating
right,
for
right,
it.
right.
Ganyan, di ba? Di ba parang,
What was the subliminal joke in B movie?
yeah, the yung ship between nga dun sa woman and dun sa bee.
Did they
Like,
kiss or
they're-
something? Did they like?
They did it. God, no.
No, please, no. But
Yeah, it's
you
so. Yeah, now that I think about it, it's like, oh god, the B movie is really weird, huh? Well,
a lot.
I need to rewatch
lot
that
of-
film. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually have to rewatch a B movie just so that I can tell myself if I actually like that movie.
The B movie also has a game.
What?
Oh my god.
What? I bet it's on the PSP.
I think it's on the what platform was that? DS. It's on the DS.
Oh, it's on the DS. It survived the
Okay,
film,
look it up.
the
There's
franchise.
Xbox, may PS2.
Wait, it's something that PewDiePie played. Yeah, PewDiePie played it. The B movie.
Legit.
that's I wonder.
I
Wait,
forgot what
didn't the
platform
DS
it
like?
was.
Didn't the DS
Oh my
like
God, he
come
did.
years after the V movie?
Oh wait, you found it? You found it?
Yeah, I found it.
The V movie game? Is it a DS? Is it a DS?
What? I'm gonna watch it right now.
Where was this released? Oh,
I-
God, that's a 3.2 out of 5. That's okay, I guess. Maybe it's not that bad.
3.2.
It's on the Xbox.
Oh wow.
Xbox 360? Yikes. Oh, I still have my Xbox 360. Maybe I could play the B movie.
No. Don't. Just to watch, okay?
Okay, fine.
I-
Yeah,
I think-
I actually will watch the film. I hope it's on Netflix. I swear. It has to be, right?
Let's
Like,
go.
they'd have to like get a little bit of revenue off of this.
Mm.
All right, guys. I think
I think that's it.
yeah, I think
Wait,
that's it. I
Have we
think
talked about Owen's movies?
yeah, Owen. Wait, Owen, did we talk about your film?
Actually, no. Parang wala yatang shinare si Owen ah.
Yeah, I just remember. Why the heck did I skip Owen?
Marvel.
Oh.
I mean, we all
Pareho
had
tayo
Marvel movies.
Marvel
Yeah,
Bros.
I forgot I skipped Owen. Owen, what's your film?
Film?
Yes, even if it's an anime film, that's okay.
Yeah, actually, it's, as, because there's this movie, wait, first of all, yung Kimi no Nawa. Kimi no Nawa.
Ah.
Rinig ba ako?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
rinig.
Okay.
Yeah. We can hear you.
Because, like,
Kimi no Nawa.
maganda siyang refresher during its time. Wait, maganda pa rin naman siya ngayon.
Oh yeah.
Kasi
I-
yung concept ng time travel, never mo siya i-expect. Until reveal na,
Yeah,
oh shoot.
Actually,
Di ba?
this
Sobrang
It's something no one
interesting
can
ng
expect.
concept na yun.
Mm.
Tapos yun, aside from yung high budget art,
Yeah, it
super
was
high
really
budget
pretty, and the music was just like great,
Like,
amazing
kasi-
stuff.
kasi meron ng mga anime na puro lang sila aesthetics. Like they trick you to be really really to look really beautiful para masabi mo na maganda yung anime.
That's
but-
true.
Yeah, there's a lot of there are examples that follow that premise. Pero yung Kimi no Nawa, for some reason it nails down everything. It nails down music, nails down story, nails down art.
Yeah, it's
And-
it's amazing, right? I love
Yeah,
that
it's
film.
it is pretty good. It's really good.
I mean, there was like one scene I didn't like.
Like what?
I think I know
What?
you. I think you know what I mean.
what?
Wait,
The alcohol
You
scene
don't.
when he had to drink that. Wait, is that not Kimi no Nawa?
right.
He had to
Yeah,
drink
drink the saliva.
That's like, oh god, why are they spitting? And then I like see the other shot, and they're like, oh, yikes!
Oh, no.
bro.
nah, I was okay with that.
What? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. I mean, it must be a cultural thing. Maybe in that
Everything I've ever
context,
watched.
maybe in that context, it was like
Must be a cultural thing.
maybe in that context, it's like a
Yeah, probably.
we gotta immerse
That's
ourselves in
cool.
that culture, of course.
Yung,
I've just never heard of anyone doing that.
like, I'm really bad at remembering movies. Lalo na ngayon na hindi na ako nanonood ng anime. Which is actually the only type of movie I watch.
Anime.
So, like, though there's this one movie that I'm looking forward to. It's alam niyo yung Saikano?
How do you spell that?
Mm-hmm.
SAE tas KANO. Saikano.
How to raise a
How to Raise a
boring
Boring
girlfriend?
Yes. Like,
Oh.
How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Like, sobrang interest. Like, I don't think it's the best, but it's really, really, it's really good. Like, you watch it not for the story, but for the characters.
Wait! What the heck? Why is Google Images showing me some stuff that I don't want to be seeing?
Oh my god. What?
Right. Oh God.
I gotta scroll real fast.
What? Why?
I don't know. Google Images showing me some of these. Maybe Google just thinks I'm perverted. They're like, that's
Oh,
what
are
I
you?
want.
You're a weeb.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm kidding.
I saw
Oh,
it, I
what was
saw it.
Jared saying? I didn't even hear Jared. That's the funny thing. What were you saying, Jared? I want to hear it.
No, never mind. When you said you were not perverted, I asked,
Oh,
Are
okay.
you?
Sorry.
Are you perverted?
No,
You're not.
No, definitely
No, you're
not.
not. Knowing Rue, he's not
I'm
perverted.
a kind guy. I think I'm kind. Maybe. We never really know.
I think we should talk about some mga future podcasts natin.
Yeah,
It's
well,
also
what
about
what do you want to talk about? on
consent. consent and kumbaga about sex. Like syempre as college students. I think yung podcast
But
natin
like according to our tagline,
magre-revolve
like according
magre-revolve.
to our
Yeah, I
tagline.
mean I mean it's not really like about doing that stuff. It's about um
IB
preparing
preparing.
like no I mean mentally, like what do people know about it, before they engage or something.
Basically,
That's true.
like
That's true.
sex ed.
Mm-mm. Pero without the
Experience.
okay. I think dapat pag-usapan natin to on a later time. Pero
Yeah, maybe a later time, probably. We could like touch waters with some lighter topics. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I have enough knowledge on that
area.
yeah, in that area to really be talking about it.
Same. So what? Ano ba sinasabi ko? Yun na, diba?
Next podcast, I think Jared talked about dorm life,
Yeah, dorm life.
or like the away from home life, basically.
Mhm.
The usual.
I think
Wait, Elijah. How far are you from home? Oh, Manila, right?
Wait, how far am I from what?
How far are you from home when you're in LB?
I don't know. Like, my dad's car says like 73 kilometers. That's like the distance.
How long does it take you to like get to LB then?
I think around like 2 hours depending on the traffic.
Damn.
3 hours during
Damn.
rush hour.
Wow, I
Maybe
wish
4.
that was my rush hour. My commute is like 3 hours long, and then on rush hour it's 5.
Oh god.
It's just like, oh my gosh, please, traffic, stop. Calamba just destroying me. Like whenever I'm at Calamba is just. I'm not even sure if. Yeah, Calamba, the traffic in Calamba just starts, and then I'm like, okay, we'll get to our class. And then like I get to the junction area.
No.
And then junction just makes me lose all hope, really.
God.
I'm like staring at my watch. I'm like staring, and I'm like looking at it. It's like, oh god, it's now 7:45. My class starts at 8, and the traffic
Oh.
hasn't moved whatsoever. And then the jeepney, like there were these times when the jeepney just goes into the gas station, and I'm like, no,
No.
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 And that's just like the worst of it too. It's like, oh no. So I've had like people. I've had like other students, other students like sitting in front of me and like near me, and they would also like. They would also like react when the jeepney starts turning to a gas station. It's like, oh god, rest in peace. We're not gonna make. I'm not. It's over. Mission failed. We're not getting there. That's why I kind of stopped taking what do you call those, the really early classes.
Like really early classes.
Yeah, like let's say Tuesday 7 a.m. I stopped taking those stuff because I never make it. Like I could go to LB Monday night, but I don't want to do that. I don't wanna commute at night, really. So I guess if I really, if my dorm life wasn't the same as my life was at home, because the only difference between my dorm life and home, at least, is I have better internet at home. I don't have internet in the apartment. Like that's how I lived my life for like the 3 years. 3 years I had no internet. I'm not sure if you guys can imagine how that life is, where I survived through college, the first 3 years of college with absolutely no internet, as a comp sci
Oh, wait.
student too.
Like your dorm
That's
at,
tough.
wait, yung dorm mo sa ano? Dun sa, what do you call that place? God, kalimutan ko na.
Catalan. Yeah, Catalan.
Catalan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Oh
was
my
no
God,
internet
I think
there.
I'm so-
I had no internet. That's the kind of
Oh.
life I had to live, basically. And I love that apartment. It like disconnects me from, you know, social media and stuff.
It
It was
actually-
like
oh.
it was like a vacation home. But really, when you start having to like submit those assignments and like these projects and whatnot, and you have to start communicating with group mates, it's just such a chore. It's like I have to like
Yeah.
go out. There's not even signal in the room. Like you have no cellular signal, so it's even worse. You're basically shut off from everyone. And that's kind of how I lived the first 3 years. And I was very productive during those first 3 years because I had basically nothing, no one to talk to. My roommates would like tell me, "Hey, let's go eat." Yeah, but that's pretty much it. We don't really. It's not like I talk to them like this, where I talk about my favorite films or my experience during the commute. I tell them, I would tell them, "Wow, I got into traffic, like 3 hour traffic," and then like my roommates would reply, "That's tough, buddy." And that was just basically
That's
how it
rough, buddy.
was. That's basically how it was. I mean, I love my roommates. I love my roommates, and that's kind of just how we talk. But I never really, I never really like outwardly express a bunch of my grievances. At least it wasn't something like I would story tell them about what would happen. I mean, I would do it, but my roommate wouldn't really be listening. He would probably just be on his phone while listening, and then he would just say, yeah. And I really appreciate the way they listen to me, but it wasn't. It's not like in this podcast. I can kind of just go on in this podcast forever. Yeah, I think I got into a tangent. What was I talking about? Yeah, 3 years. 3 years of my. Oh, the traffic. Yeah. Okay, God, I'm like so lost. What was I? Where were we?
Actually, di ko
I
matandaan.
don't know.
Teka.
I
Okay. Owen
That I
just
na lost.
said his last movie. I
I'm
don't know
lost.
what happened after that.
Okay, whatever. Traffic, sad life. I
Yeah,
think
like,
I
How
think.
far am I from LB?
Oh yeah. Yeah. What was your answer? 2 hours?
I said
Yeah,
like
2 hours.
70
Yeah, and then I
kilometers,
cut
like
you off
3 to
like
4
a rude
hours,
person.
depending
I
on the
remember
traffic.
now. And then I cut off Elijah like a rude person. Yeah, well, how would your wait that I don't even remember what happened in that conversation anymore.
Yeah.
Someone help me out. What were we talking about? Why did I ask Elijah that question?
I have no idea. You just randomly asked me that. Like you
Oh
said,
my
like how
God.
far are you from home? Like what? I am
This
home.
podcast is basically like just me tangenting into like all of these other things. We were this
Dapat may outline tayo eh.
yeah.
That's how
Kidding.
podcasts usually work.
That's how podcasts usually work nga. Tama.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
You talk about the world.
You talk about anything.
All right, I
You
guess
talk about anything.
now that
think-
it's like
Yeah.
wait what were we saying,
It's
Jared?
late na eh.
Yeah, it
It's
is
already
pretty
12.
late. So I think we don't want to ruin Owen's sleep schedule and anyone else's. I also have
Yeah.
to
I
leave
think I'm
really
gonna
early.
sleep later at 6 a.m.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin that one, Owen. We want you to keep it balanced. All right, I think we've covered our topics pretty well today. I think
Mhm.
I've blabbered on enough.
So
Alright, good.
I think we should end the podcast right now. So
Yeah, so everyone can rest.
for all those who listened to our
Thank you.
podcast, thank you for listening. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm kidding. Paano ba natin?
How do we end this podcast?
How do we end
Say
this
the tagline
podcast?
again. Just say the tagline
Yeah.
again.
So it's like, thank you for listening. This is the Momol podcast where we talk about everything except for Momol. Good night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
See you next
guys.
week.
See y'all next week.